bippity boppity boo.
I was not expecting it to be the bippity bop. It was more high energy is what I was looking for there, Brendan.
Beep, 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 beep.
There we go. We got there. It is so good to see you guys. I'm assuming that I can see you through your TVs. One day that will be possible. We can like high five and stuff. Yeah, wherever you're at, I hope that you are comfy. I hope that you are not laying upside down so all of the blood is rushing to your head, and that you are also not laying on a trampoline because it's really hot. And so if you're in one of those two places watching this video on your phone, go somewhere else. Be more comfy. Don't sweat. That's my rules for you today. We have some announcements for you to kick us off this week. Brendan, why don't you start us off with our first two announcements?
We have our Zoom coming back this Thursday. That's right, you now 6th graders. We're doing it again. Nah. But we're doing it again, so join it. It'll be amazing. We'll be there. You can talk to us. You can make fun of us. We'll make fun of you.
Tell the 5th graders what happens on our Zoom. Tell them what to do, how to get there, all the things.
Okay, yeah. It's usually like an email that Allie will send out to your parents, I'm assuming. Yes. Allie will send an email out to your parents, and then you will either use your computer or your parents' phone, or if you have a phone, then use that. I don't care. But get there, join the link. It'll be great, and then you can like say hi to us, and then we'll have like a routine that Allie will guide you through when you get there, and it'll be great, and it'll be awesome, and you can say hi, and I'll say hi. Then I'll say bye at the end of the video. Hi and bye.
It's really fun. We just get to talk to each other through the computer screens and see each other's faces. And for you 5th graders, this is a great way to get to know your leaders, get to know us, get to know each other. 6th graders are going to make you feel welcome. We'll probably be eating some food. Last time we had some weird peanut butter sandwiches a couple times ago. That was weird. Not peanut butter. Gross. It was just banana. It was bread, butter, and banana. I don't like it. But he's a 7th grader now, so I can say that without him feeling upset. Didn't gross. Like the banana sandwich. So we did that.
He might get mashed.
It was really, really gross. Don't recommend.
It was like a platter of just
and I ate half a bag
banana.
of
and then peanut butter on top of it.
Family-sized Starburst. So this is what happens on our Zooms. We also pray and talk about life too, but that also occurs. Second announcement.
Keep sending your pictures. 5th graders especially, and just everyone, I guess, why the heck not? Just send your pictures of yourselves, whether it's goofy, whether it's just a portrait or some sort of strange picture. We need it so we can see your face, so we know who you are, because right now I have no idea who is behind this camera, besides the 6th graders.
Yeah, and even though 6th graders, we have you in our system, I want to update your check-in photo. And if you want to have your check-in photo be going like, you can do that. And 5th graders, if you want a normal photo because you're, small, tiny humans, you can just go, But if you want to do like, hey, oh, one year we had somebody just take a photo of their shoes.
You could go like
and
this.
Every few months, they just changed photos of their shoes. So, yeah. Send us your photos of you that you want to use for check-in, also so we can see your face and know who we're talking to, and your fun facts, so I know about you and if you like Starburst as much as I do. Yeah, I think those are Brendan's announcements. My announcements are a little bit longer. These are the ones that you need to listen, because they're like, you got to go tell your parents stuff, and I'm going to tell your parents stuff. And so if you pause the video, say, Mom, Allie's going to tell you something, and then you replay the video. Yeah, that's what's going to happen right now. So, first things first, we are coming back to church for big church only, starting on June 21st. That's the right date, I think, off the top of my... Yes, cool. I'm getting the nod from people in the powers that be, telling me that June 21st is our first day. 20th and 21st, Saturday, Sunday, is our first day back at church. So we need you to come to big church with your families, RSVP online so we can see you. We will not be back for youth then, but this is the special announcement, big announcement. Everybody shouted from the rooftops.
Woo!
I was not expecting the shout. We are coming back for youth. We are going to have our first back in person youth day zone in person in the room. It's happening, people.
Yeehaw.
Buckle your seatbelts to come to church in the car to get ready for Jesus at Zone. So that is happening on July. So we're in June right now, so July is the next month. If you don't know how your months work, July 12th. Yes. July 12th. It's a Sunday. Come back for Zone. We will have the 9:15 and 10:45 services. like always, we'll be in the zone room. If you don't know what it looks like, we have a couple videos back. Go watch it. It'll tell you all about it. It's great. We will see you there. We want to make sure that we are kind of socially distanced and spaced out. So a lot of you normally come to the 10:45. Let's if you've been here, 6th graders, come to the 9:15, just to kind of even it out a bit. Because sometimes the 9:15 could have 5 kids. And then the 10:45 has 130.
You can spice things up a bit.
Let's kind of even that out a bit. That'd be nice. But we can't wait to see you. We're going to be sending out an email to your parents with some of our differences that are going to be in the room to make sure that we are still good and prepared and keeping everybody safe. But I can't wait to see you back in person. Brendan can't wait to see you. And our special guest today can't wait to see you because I would like to welcome to the stage Sam and Yuli.
Bippity boppity boo.
Sam and Yuli are some of our small group leaders, and wow, Sam's coming out of the gate real strong. He has juggling abilities, except for he stepped on the microphone, which is not great because he has to use that now. So here's what's going to happen. Sam and Yuli are going to join us for this video. They're going to tell about themselves. They're going to share some details. And like last week, they got some 2 truths and 1 lie. Remember, this is the only time that lying is allowed, is in this one game. Tell your parents I said that. Only in this one game. That's it. Okay? No lying. So they're going to share their facts. They're going to talk about themselves. They're going to play our game with us, and I can't wait to hear from them. So right now, we're going to go to Yuli first. So she's going to take my mic, and she's going to share a little bit about herself and then her facts. Yeah?
Hey, I'm Yuli, and I like art, music, and I like hanging out with friends and people. So this is really cool. It's fun.
We're excited to see you. Hi.
Hi. Okay, my 2 truths and a lie.
Yep, so don't say which ones are which. You just gotta say 3 facts.
Okay.
Give us 3 facts.
I've been to 8 countries. I'm wearing my sister's shoes, and I have a really ugly dog.
All right. For those watching at home, here's how this works. Yuli's facts you need to remember for the whole video, because we're not gonna tell you which one's a lie until the end. So you gotta think about it, the whole video. 3 facts. She said them very quickly. 1, she's been to 8 countries. 2, she's wearing her sister's shoes. That also means that she has a sister. 3, she has a really ugly dog. I like dogs. I hope it's not an ugly dog. Brendan looks very, very, very concerned with that sentence, but it's okay because we're not going to know right now. Anything else? Any other facts about yourself or anything else you want to share before we move over to Sam?
I'm really excited to meet you all. I really miss you guys, so this is really fun.
Yeah, she's so stoked. I'm stoked. We're going to bounce it over here to Mr. Sam.
Samothy!
You can take that one.
Okay.
Hey guys, I'm Sam, and pretty much all you need to know about me is my spirit animal is a sloth because they're really chill and mellow and slow and tired all the time, which perfectly describes me. And I miss you guys a lot, and I can't wait to see you again. And okay, 3 facts.
I thought those were the facts.
Okay,
Was
first
the lie
one.
the one you want to see then? Okay.
I've had 4 surgeries in my whole life. Second one, I'm a size 9 in shoes. Third one,
Brendan has to compare shoe sizes to guess.
I have a really cute dog.
Oh, we're throwing it up a little bit. We mixed up that. Yuli has an ugly dog. Sam has a really cute dog. Which one's telling the truth?
For some reason, I feel like they had a conversation about this beforehand, and I feel like both of them are lies. Both the dog things are lies.
That would be very interesting. That would be a good twist. So, for you viewers at home, again, reminders of what the facts are so you can be prepared and you can be thinking about it with your noggin the whole video. Sam has, I did numbers on my hands to think about what he was doing. So, he has had 4 surgeries in his life. That's a lot. I have had 0. That could be a lie. I don't know. I think it's a fact. I don't actually remember. He has a size 9 shoe. That's 9.
It's believable.
Brendan compared sizes. I don't know what size shoe he wears, but they looked pretty similar. So maybe
11.
that's a hint. Oh, you said no. I don't know. We'll come back to that. And then he has a really cute dog. I hope that they're both cute dogs and that Yuli's was the lie. But who knows? We'll get there. Brendan, do you want to tell the people what game we're going to do right now?
It's a weird game. It's like a weird mixed-up version of a game that we've done before. It's that build a story thing.
You got to tell the 5th graders have no idea.
Okay,
You got to be
yeah.
excited about this. You got to be
Fifth
ready.
graders, this game is called Build a Story. We're mixing it up, so 6th graders, you don't even know what's happening. It involves this thing. You whack people with it. And so the thing is, so with this whack-em stick, there will be a person who is like kind of hosting it and like goes along and like they go in a line with the people that are like telling the story, and you like get to say, is it one word or is it a sentence?
Because there's only 4 of us, we're going to do 2 words.
Two
not
words.
a sentence.
So each person in the row gets to say 2 words, and you have to build the story with it. And if you say you can whack me.
You get whacked.
Whacked.
I love this thing.
And then if you pause, I guess, you get whacked. If you say the same thing twice or something, you get whacked.
Yes.
Yes? Yes. So basically, be smart when you're playing this game.
All right. Yeah. So we're going to build a story. But Brendan didn't tell you the best part. I am an evil genius, and I wanted to make this game even more fun and more interesting. And so I got everybody pull out your little fun thing. We have these things that you get from the dentist, or also from the game Watch Your Mouth. And so, oh my gosh, wait, it goes this way. Hold on. Yep, it's gonna be great. Hold on. Hopefully, oh my gosh. Ha ha ha! We're gonna do a little story with these in our mouth. Did that make sense? Did you hear what I said? Cool. So, we're gonna build a story 2 words at a time, and I'm gonna translate through this. So, are you ready? Mouthpieces in. Y'all gotta stand up. You sound like a pirate.
Rawr.
Alright, you guys gotta go stand right there in a line. So, I'm gonna moderate this game. We're gonna start off with once upon a time in a forest, there was a
Chicken.
2 words.
Oh, chicken who?
Had a.
You got pocket microphone.
Had a.
Large foot.
You guys.
Very tall. I wasn't listening.
Okay. Once upon a time in a forest, there was a chicken who was really tall and he had a large foot. Okay, that's what you got. Go.
And he
Like to.
shoot hoops with his
Best friends.
these dudes were very
Athletic. And funny.
Okay, pause. Once upon a time in a forest, there was a chicken who, I'll get there. Once upon a time in a forest, there was a chicken who was very tall and he had a really large foot and he liked to play basketball with his best friends and they are very athletic and funny. This is 3 words, you only want 2, so you are out of this game. Give you like 100. And yeah, you can take that out of your mouth. Congratulations. Take a seat.
Okay.
There's a lot of saliva in our mouth. All right, so
not
chicken and his
enjoying
best friends who are very athletic and funny. Go.
Many times
he tried
to shoot.
the
Sam, you are here. I didn't go there. I'll hurt you. Please take a seat. Guys. So yeah, that is how Build a Story goes. And it was kind of a shorter game because they were not very good at saying words, but it was still funny. And so I hope that you liked it. And we are going to play Build a Story once we are back in person. And maybe now that we have played it with the mouthpieces, we're just going to play it like that all the time. I think that'd be really funny. I feel good about it. Well, Sam, Yuli, Brendan, you guys may exit so we can begin our talk for today. But I'll bring you back up here in a moment. You can take the Wacom stick and you can hit them on your way out. We are going to move into a time of teaching. We started a new series last week that we didn't give you an announcement or a title of it, but it's called You Belong. And last week we talked about what it means to be a student, what it means to belong in Zone, and what is different in Zone, what makes it a family, and how you can be different. But this week we're talking about how you belong in general. Everybody belongs. But there's a lot going on in the world right now, and we just want to talk about what it means to be unified, what it means to celebrate our differences and our uniquenesses, and really look at we all belong. And there's no room for hate. There's no room for discrimination. We all belong, and we get to celebrate our differences. So as we're starting, I just want to tell you guys a little bit of story, a little story from when I was in high school. So in high school, my friend group was very close. We were all together since 8th grade into high school, and we stayed best friends all through high school. But we were all really different and shared some commonalities. We're all really nerdy, and so we liked Harry Potter and Star Wars and all that stuff. But we also all came from different backgrounds. And so a lot of my friends were different religions. A lot of my friends came from families that spoke multiple languages. And, we just, while our things that we liked were the same, the way we looked, the way we talked, none of those things really were. And I never really noticed that before. The longer we got into high school, the more I started to notice because people brought attention to it in a negative way. I can remember multiple times, unfortunately, throughout high school, being out at restaurants or even at school, just walking to lunch or between hallways, where somebody would use the differences between my friends in a negative way. And so they would call them really mean words based on their skin color or their religion or anything. And I had never been exposed to that. I never got exposed before high school to how hurtful words could be and how hurtful and direct it could be towards people who were different. Whether that was skin color, whether that was languages spoke, whether that was different, unique disabilities or anything, it was hard. And I wanted to just make it go away, but I didn't know how. And we would always have these conversations afterwards with my friends. So how do you deal with that? How do we respond? Because all I wanted to do was be angry and yell at the people who were picking on my friends. And that didn't ever do anything. And what kind of started to happen was our friend group grew stronger. Our friend group almost became a family because we loved and supported each other. We celebrated our differences. We got to not just pretend that we're all the same and we all have the same struggles, but really look at your life is different than mine, and that's really cool. Your life is different than mine, and that's really cool. And we got to celebrate and see the differences. And so as we're talking about what this means to belong, in Zone, right? Last week we talked about Zone is a family. And in Zone, when you walk in that door, we want you to feel loved and seen and known. We want you to feel like what makes you, what makes you unique and special is celebrated. And we want you to take that mentality out into the world. So whether you're at school, whether you're out at lunch, whether you're in a grocery store, that you can see other people's differences, other people's uniquenesses, and celebrate that and not look at it as a bad thing. There is a verse in 1 John that I love. It says, it's in 1 John 4, 7 through 12. I just lost it again. There it is. It says, "Beloved, Let us love one another, for love is from God. And whoever loves has been born of God and knows God. Let us love one another, for love is from God. If we're talking about Zone being a family, we're talking about being together on this journey in your walk with God, being on this journey together with Jesus, getting on this journey to know, start asking the questions about faith, start learning how to have your own faith, what it means to go to church for you. We're also, one of those questions we start to look at is how are we being loving? How do we show love? Are we showing love? Learning what it means to love and love well. Learning that love doesn't just mean, I love you, but it could look at how your actions are telling those around you that you love them. Are you being helpful? Are you being respectful? Are you being kind with your words? All of these things we get to start looking at of how are you taking responsibility for your love and for loving others. And I love this verse. Let us love one another, for love comes from God. That's where it starts. We can start loving others better. We can start loving others well by loving God first and getting to know what that really looks like. Getting to know that God loves us and that he created us perfectly, uniquely, everyone to look and sound and act and like different things, so they are all a representation of him. Difference is good. Beauty is good. All of our different skin colors, all of our different backgrounds, whether you like Pokemon or whether you like Harry Potter or whether you're not a nerd at all and you like sports. I don't know a lot about sports. But that you are made unique and that we don't have any room for hate in God's family. We don't have any room for judgment of somebody being different than us in God's family. And really, how are our actions portraying that to other people? There's a story in Luke 10 about the Good Samaritan. And I love this story, and we've been talking, if you watched Big Church over the weekend, you probably heard Paul talk about this, but I just want to really kind of bring it up and get us to kind of see that this is how we can be living. This is how we as a family with God, how we as a family with Zone, how you as a Christ follower when you're at school or wherever can act in love. Jesus is teaching, and he's asked, who's my neighbor? Because it says earlier, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your strength, and with all your mind. Love your neighbor as yourself. That's what we're called to do. And so somebody in the crowd says, who's my neighbor? Yeah, I get that I'm supposed to love God with all my heart, soul, mind, strength, whatever. You guys could probably, if you've grown up in the church, can say that off the top of your head without even really looking at what you're saying. And are you living that out and are you acting? And I love that person asks and clarifies, well, yeah, love my neighbor as yourself, but who's my neighbor? Who am I supposed to love? Am I supposed to literally my house that's attached to me, just that person? Is that my neighbor? Is it the house across the street? Is that my neighbor? Is it my person in my classroom at the different desk that my teacher maybe calls my desk neighbor? What's my neighbor? And I love Jesus' response with this parable. In reply, Jesus said, a man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho when he was attacked by robbers. They stripped him of his clothes, beat him, and went away, leaving him half dead. A priest happened to be going down the same road, and when he saw the man, he passed by on the other side. So too a Levite, when he came to the place and saw him, passed by on the other side. But a Samaritan, as he traveled, came where the man was, and when he saw him, he took pity on him. He went to him and bandaged his wounds, pouring on oil and wine. Then he went and put the man on his own donkey, brought him to an inn, and took care of him. The next day he took out 2 denarii and gave them to the innkeeper. Look after him, he said, and when I return, I will reimburse you for any extra expense you may have. This story is huge. Because a Samaritan and a Jewish man, who was attacked, like, Samaritans and Jews did not like talk. They were so separate. They were so segregated. They hated each other. And the people who walked by at first would have been the people you thought would stop, that should have stopped. A priest, a man who knew the word of God, a religious person just walked by on the other side. He moved completely away from the guy who he should have been helping. And a Levite, again, somebody who was a teacher of the law and keeper of the law, walked to the other side. And yet the guy who looked completely different, the guy who was a completely different race and different heritage and has bitterness against the Jew, he stopped and he helped. And he spent his own money and his own time, and his actions spoke love. His actions did love. And his words to the innkeeper of, I'll cover all of this, didn't even hesitate to help somebody who was different than him. I read this story and I love it, but also I ask, how often do I see my neighbor? How often do my actions show that I love my neighbor? I probably more times than not have taken the other side of the road. In high school, when my friends were being called these things, or they were getting hate for how they looked or what they believed or whatever, I didn't say anything. And that hurts to say. That's hard to say, that I didn't show love. I basically just turned a blind eye like these people and went to the other side of the road. That's not showing love. That's not being a Christ follower. That's not pouring out the love we get from God onto everybody else. And so my challenge as we wrap up is, you guys, you're students. You're growing into having your own love that you can pour out on other people. Your own journey with God is shaping your heart. And so your love can be bigger. Your actions can start to speak. You know what is right and what is wrong. And so I ask you, who's your neighbor? And are you loving them well? Are you celebrating their differences? Are you celebrating their uniquenesses? Are you not just saying, everyone's the same and everybody is great and cool? But when you see somebody maybe that's down, do you stop and say, no, they're not treated right. I'm going to help. And do you see those that are maybe picking on them and say, that's not right, I'm going to step in and say something? Can we celebrate our differences? Can we celebrate our different skin tones? Can we celebrate our different languages being spoke? Can we celebrate our different disabilities? Can we celebrate those things? And can we show love? We all belong in God's kingdom. You belong in God's kingdom. And the uniquenesses and differences make it better. And so that's my challenge for you guys this week. Just kind of look at, who's your neighbor? What are you doing to stand up for your neighbor? Are you celebrating your neighbor's differences? That's what I want to leave you with and what I want to think about this week. So let's pray, and then we're going to close out and invite Brendan and Yuli and Sam back up. Hey, God, I just love you a lot, and I know our world is so divided right now. I know that people are getting hate for their differences, for the different skin tones, for the different backgrounds. And God, there's no room for hate or discrimination in your kingdom. We all belong here. And so, God, may we look at our world, may we look at our friends, may we look at the different people in the grocery stores or at school and say, that's my neighbor. And can we celebrate their differences? Can we love them? Can we be together as a family? God, I just ask that there would be peace over our world, that changes can be made to celebrate those who are different, those who are unique. God, I just ask that we as Christ followers can be people of justice, people who speak up, people who say enough is enough, we need to change. God, you're so good. And we're so excited to have a new school year with these students, Lord, to be change makers, to be people of justice in our schools and in our friend groups, so we can stand up for those that need us to. God, we just thank you. I can't wait to be back in person. Keep everybody safe and just be with us. God, we love you, and just pray this in your name. Amen. All right, I want to invite Brendan, Sam, and Yuli back up. Guys, please enter back onto the stage however you see fit. Yep, I saw that happening. I was more expecting somebody to do a somersault, and that didn't occur. Sam stopped for like one moment. He's like, should I have somersaulted? No, he shouldn't have. All right, so I'm sure everybody that is watching has been wondering which lie each of you have. And so we're going to start with Yuli. I'm going to go back over your 3 facts to remind the studio audience at home what your facts are. You have been to 8 countries. Those are your sister's shoes. And you have an ugly dog, which I still think is rude. So, Yuli, which of those 3 is your lie? Can we get a drum roll, please?
Well, actually, fun fact, I looked down at my shoes while you were talking, and then I realized I switched my shoes right before I left, so I have 2 lies because...
Oh my gosh! Big revelation, guys. 2 lies have been said.
I do not have an ugly dog. I love my dog. She's super cute. Her name is Lola.
She's a noodle, and I love her. I was really offended that you called her ugly.
I love her. She is beautiful, colorful, and super sweet. And these are actually my shoes, and I thought I was wearing my sister's shoes, and then I looked down. So, my bad.
That's fine. I almost did 3 facts the last time I did this, and then I had to stop and be like, no, all of those were true. I'm really bad at this game. So that's fair. That's allowed. All right, I'll take that. I'll take that back from you. We're gonna switch. Sam, let's remind the people at home. Brendan, do you remember what Sam's facts were?
Not entirely. I remember that he said his dog was beautiful or something like that, or cute.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm half right so far, by the way. The twist.
That's fair. You are half right so far. We'll see where you get.
I forgot what his facts
Brendan has a really bad memory. That's a fact about Brendan. So let me give you Sam's facts one more time because I have a great memory. He's had 4 surgeries. He has a size 9 shoe. And he thinks his dog is cute. So drum roll, everybody. That's not really a drum.
I have only had 3 surgeries.
Oh, you are incorrect.
Darn.
His dog is cute. Yuli's dog is cute. They both did not lie about their things. If you call your dog ugly, that makes me sad. So
rude.
Just,
Unless
yeah.
they really are that
That's
bad.
disrespectful to your dog. So Sam, you've had 3 surgeries, not 4. That was your lie? Yeah. Welcome to the surgery crew. I still haven't had any, so I'm not welcoming you. So guys, that's it. That's all we got. Make sure you join our Zoom. Make sure you send us your photo. Make sure your parents check their email. Brendan, take us home. Country roads, sing us home, zone on a couch style.
Well, I promise you it's not Take Me Home, but yes.
Every week he's done this a different theme song so far, so let's see what it is this week.
Go, zone on a couch. Whoa. It's Power Rangers.
I don't know
Zone on a
Power Rangers.
couch.
Zone on a couch. Come and join us for Zone on a Couch. Bye, guys.
Bye!
Bye.